Choosing a tire from the standard touring all-season category is usually a great choice for drivers wanting good ride and noise comfort, all-season capability, and longer tread life than more performance-oriented tires. That may sound like a lot to ask for, but the best tires in the category roll together a good balance of these characteristics to suit the everyday driving needs of many drivers and their vehicles. But finding that right balance is one of the hardest challenges faced by tire designers as they engineer new tires for the category. A number of characteristics, like wet traction and tread life, or ride comfort and handling, are directly opposed, which means gains in one area usually result in trade-offs in the other. General Tire has recently introduced their newest standard touring all-season tire, the UltiMax RT43, which aims squarely at striking a good balance across the entire design envelope. To see how well it drives, we're comparing it to three other tires from the category: the Firestone Precision Touring, Hankook Optimo H 727, and Sumitomo Touring LS T. Let's see how they drive. To start things off, I'm driving on the car with the Firestone Precision Touring tires, and this tire does a good job at minimizing the jarring bumps of the road, and it's just behind the best for overall ride quality. Tread and impact noise is minimal, and the overall steering feel and handling is just fine for a standard touring all-season tire. And here on the track in dry conditions, this tire has reasonable grip and feels well balanced. And in the wet, it's competent and predictable, but it doesn't have the ultimate traction to match the grip of the Ultimax RT43. Well, now I'm driving on the general UltiMaX RT43, and this tire has a noticeable advantage in overall handling versus the other three tires, feeling very direct and responsive for a standard touring all-season tire. It also does a good job at smoothing out the patch potholes and the bumpy expansion joints along our route. And on the track, this tire has the most overall grip and responsive steering of the test group. And in the wet, the UltiMaX RT43 has a clear advantage in traction, stability, and responsiveness. Now I'm driving on the Hankook Optimo H 727, and this tire provides a very comfortable and quiet ride, doing an excellent job at isolating the road's imperfections. The trade-off for that soft ride comes in the form of softer handling. It's just a little less responsive than the other tires in our test. In dry conditions, this tire feels predictable and well balanced, but somewhat less responsive than the other tires. But in the wet, it's a big step back from the best as it struggles for grip. And finally, I'm driving in the car with the Sumitomo Touring LST tires, and this tire provides a relatively quiet and comfortable ride, but it's not quite at the level of refinement of the other tires in our test. It also has just a hint of additional tread pattern noise versus the others. In dry conditions, the tire feels balanced and very controllable. Well, the wet conditions on our test track aren't severe enough to cause tires to hydroplane, but the overall traction level of this tire is so challenged that the only option in the wet is to slow down significantly. Rapid maneuvers or sudden speed changes result in big slips or long slides that take a long time to recover. Standard touring all-season tires are designed to provide a smooth and quiet ride, drive well, and provide years of reliable service. Among our test group, the general UltiMaX RT43 drove well, felt comfortable on the road, and provided class-leading traction in dry and especially wet conditions. The Firestone Precision Touring led the rest of the group, also providing a good blend of road manners along with good wet and dry traction. The Hankook Optimo 727 provides very long tread life with its high mileage warranty, and while delivering a smooth ride, it lacks the wet traction to match several of the newer tires in the category. And the Sumitomo Touring LST trails the group and just struggles to provide adequate wet traction. As we compare tires side by side, we find each one has its own personality. It's not as simple as choosing between good and bad. So as you view our test results, it's important to focus on your priorities and what fits best with how, where, and what you drive. And be sure to go to TireRack.com for a complete test report and to learn more about the tires featured in this test.